Welcome. In this explainer, we're diving straight into America's most terrifying historic locations and their dark pasts.
What happens when dark history just won't fade? We'll see how documented horrors created today's legendary hauntings.
These true stories of abandoned prisons and mysterious houses are absolutely going to send chills down your spine. First up, institutions of anguish. We're looking at places where intense human suffering left a permanent mark.
At Eastern State Penitentiary, brutal isolation drove inmates mad. Today, terrifying echoes still haunt the empty cell blocks.
Waverly Hills Sanatorium saw thousands die from tuberculosis. Now, terrified visitors regularly report sudden chills and shadow figures. Like the quote says, the dead don't stay silent. Institutional victims often refuse to stay buried in the past.
Next section, tragic homes and mysteries. It turns out ordinary houses can harbor incredibly dark secrets too.
Back in 1912, a brutal, unsolved axe murder completely shocked the small town of Villisca, Iowa. Because the crime remains unsolved, that lingering darkness fuels terrifying phenomena today, like phantom children's voices.
Down in Louisiana, at the Myrtles Plantation, the legend of an enslaved woman named Chloe creates terrifying mirror apparitions. Harris Sarah Winchester literally built staircases to nowhere just to confuse the vengeful spirits haunting her.
And in Tennessee, the infamous Bell Witch entity has violently terrorized locals and caused strange sounds since 1817. Moving on to battlefields and public tragedies. Massive historical events also leave permanent spiritual scars on the landscape. Gettysburg saw the bloodiest Civil War battle. Even today, visitors swear they hear phantom gunfire and marching soldiers. Aboard the historic Queen Mary ocean liner, the restless spirits of former passengers seemingly remain trapped inside their cabins.
The Stanley Hotel actually inspired The Shining. Guests still report creepy laughing children and disappearing shadows there today.
Finally, the ultimate haunting ground. This is the #1 spot where history and the paranormal violently collide. Building a home directly over an old public execution site is exactly how America's most haunted house was born. At the Whaley House, full-body apparitions and heavy footsteps continuously draw paranormal investigators from across the globe. So, are these stories proof or just legends? Either way, they've undeniably left a lasting historical mark. Does history ever truly die? Which of these historic horrors scares you most? And would you ever visit?